Auston Matthews will miss his second consecutive game. Joined now by Sportsnet NHL insider Chris Johnston. Head coach Mike Babcock choosing to stick with the same lines he found success with on Wednesday. Are you surprised by that move?
Well, it's an indication that he liked what the top line specifically did, Nazem Kadri in that game in place of Auston Matthews against the Minnesota Wild. And everything flows down from there. Kadri, Komarov, and William Nylander did a very good job against Minnesota, handling the toughest matchup in that game. I suspect they'll get the Patrice Bergeron line against the Bruins, and that's the one you're most worried about if you're on the Leafs bench, and everything flows down from there. But we've seen Mike Babcock have a lot less patience with his lines this season, so if things aren't working in game, don't be surprised if you see a shuffle. But the reality is, without an Auston Matthews, they just don't have quite as many options to move things around, and they'll stick with what works to start.
The Bruins having to do some moving around as well. This is a different Bruins team than we're used to seeing because of injuries. What can we expect tonight from them?
Well, I think it'll be a physical game, a tough game. I mean, Bruins hockey still has that element to it, even in a league that's getting away from some of the physicality, and especially with Brad Marchand returning from his concussion. We know that he's got a skill part of his game. He put up a lot of points over the last number of years in the league, but he also likes to agitate. So I think the dynamic of being division rivals, playing back-to-back nights is kind of unusual, and just sort of the way the Bruins like to play, that there might be a bit more animosity in this game than we do see in a typical game that the Leafs play.
With that being said, on back-to-back nights tonight, Anton Khudobin will get the start, Tuukka Rask getting the night off. Do you see head coach Mike Babcock maybe doing that with Freddie Anderson?
Well, the Leafs certainly don't like to start Freddie Anderson on back-to-back nights, but what I'm curious with Saturday's game in Boston is, who starts for the Leafs in his place? Is it Curtis McElhinney, who's been up here as his backup, or perhaps do they make a call to the American Hockey League, where Garrett Sparks has been the best goalie down in the AHL, even Calvin Pickard, a deep NHL resume the Leafs picked up this year. Certainly I would be very surprised to see Anderson start both games Friday, Saturday, but who starts Saturday night in Boston for the Leafs at this point, to me, is an intriguing storyline, and we'll see how things play out here.
Okay, we'll look for that drama. Thank you very much, Chris.